Hello Cancer, welcome back to my channel. This is Skeleton Key Tarot and this is a tarot card reading for Cancer. All Cancer placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Wherever you've got Cancer in your chart or in your life, there's something in this message for you. And as always, cross watchers are welcome here too. So let's begin. Messages for Cancer, please. What does Cancer need to know? All right, before we start reading your cards, a few things came up while I was meditating on your reading. Before I began recording, I was connecting with your energy and feeling for anything that might come through. And so I was channeling and I saw an anglerfish. Yeah, an anglerfish. You know, those with the big teeth, and they live deep down in the darkest parts of the ocean. There are these anglerfish that use a bioluminescent lure to attract their prey. And I heard the light in the dark is not always necessarily a good thing, right? Sometimes you're being lured in with this false promise, or it's like, I wasn't sure how to take it, but we can now we can get into the symbolism now that I'm recording, because all I saw was the anglerfish and it was like, okay, talk about the anglerfish, right? So the light in the dark, it's like luring, but it's actually a predator with big teeth, and it's going to eat the little prey animals that are attracted to the light, which was like, okay, that's not normally how we think about the light in the dark. Normally the light in the dark is a positive thing. We're illuminating the shadows. We're bringing things into the light. It's speaking of the truth, and, you know, but maybe the truth is sometimes dangerous or perilous or painful, or, you know. And then I saw a flash of lightning in the distance on the horizon, on the surface of the ocean. I saw the flash of lightning. Again, the light in the dark. And look at this. This is the Ten of Swords. It's reminding me of this. There's that, maybe the ocean in the background here, right? And then the darkness here. And this is a very difficult card. This is a maybe even a dangerous card. So it's reminding me of this scene, and I saw lightning in the distance, like a flash of insight or a flash of illumination in the dark, because it was nighttime. Okay. Again, this flash of light in the dark, not necessarily an easy energy. We think about the Tower card, the lightning in the tower, right? It reminds me of the Ace of Swords, this flash of illumination, this flash of insight, a sudden, maybe even shocking revelation. Yes, it's a light in the dark. It is enlightening. It is bringing perhaps truth and clarity into an otherwise dark situation. But is it destructive? Possibly destructive. If that lightning hits anything, if you get struck by lightning, you can survive it, but it's definitely an ordeal. So this is all like symbolic. This is all metaphor, right? For perhaps something that you can identify with if this resonates for you. Doesn't mean there's nothing in the cards for you today. It just, this is what's coming through your energy. This is like a general reading for Cancer. You know, if you'd like personal details, we could do a personal reading, but I'm just feeling the energy, and this is what's coming through. Okay. And then the other last thing before I get into the cards, there was one other image that came through very clearly. After the anglerfish, after the lightning, I saw these little minnows, like little tiny fishes, almost like tadpoles, but they're minnows in a pond or like a bay or a basin, okay? When I was a kid, we used to go to the family the family cabin, not the one in Maine, but the one on Plum Island. And why am I saying this? Because it's important. It's talking about family, Cancer. Family is very important to you. So there's this nostalgic place for me that I used to go to when I was a kid. And it was right on the water on this island. And the water was salt water, okay, but it was a basin. It wasn't the ocean. It was like a basin. You know what that is? It's like a bay. I don't know how to describe it. I'm trying to paint this picture for you for some reason. And one of the things that stuck out to me, and I'm just seeing it so clearly right now, is like that brackish kind of water. It's like greenish ocean water. It's shallow, and I'm in the water. I'm up to like my ankles, okay? And I see all the little fishes, the little minnows, and we used to catch the minnows in a net and then let them go because we were just having fun. We would catch them in a bucket and we'd look at them like, oh, and try to pick them up and try to hold the minnows. And this probably was not fun for the little fishes, but this was great fun for me when I was a little kid, and you know, my little brother and my cousins and stuff. Like, this is what we would do in the summertime. So I don't know if this is something that you do or if this is a similar memory that you have, like going to with your family, going to some kind of vacation property or something and experiencing the ocean or the water or spending time with the water. Maybe like these are all very water oriented visions that I'm feeling today. And then we have the King of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Pentacles. And I want to get the overall energy before I start reading the cards, but it's like this might relate to the message that's coming through. It's like I haven't been to any of these family properties in over a decade because I don't speak to my family anymore. And that's complicated and it's painful for me. And here we have the Ten of Swords, and it's like, maybe that's why I need to talk about this. I don't know. I'm just your humble tarot card reader on youtube.com. But lately I've been getting more and more channeled messages, and I feel called to share these things with you. And it's amazing to me how other people relate to these things in the comment section. Like, you always provide me such good feedback. The viewers, the subscribers, like sometimes I see things and I don't even know why I need to talk about it, but I do feel like I need to talk about it. And it always resonates with somebody, you know, maybe it's not for you, but there could be something else in the message. All right. So I just want to get into the cards now. Is there anything else about the minnows? I don't know. It's just a vision. It's just maybe this is just that like nostalgic childhood memory by the water doing something fun, but there's these little fishes. And some people use the fish as bait to go fishing, right? They use the minnows as bait for fishing. And that kind of brings us back to the angler fish with the lure, the bait, using the light as a bait. And I feel like this could be symbolic of certain kinds of spiritual practices or spiritual teachers, spiritual practitioners who, yeah, because the moon card flipped over a few times in my pre-shuffle, which to me, it's like you're on a path, you're in the dark. There's not a lot of light for you to see, so you have to have faith in the direction that you're going. But there are a lot of people along the way who will make all sorts of claims about their own spiritual knowledge, their own spiritual abilities, what you should do, the kind of advice that they are giving you. And not all of these teachers are the right teacher for you, even if they have some important knowledge. Yes, they might be legitimate practitioners, but that doesn't mean that they are the correct teacher for you or that this is the correct message for you personally. And also, you know, some of these teachers are false prophets, false teachers, you know. So I think the point is either way to always listen to your own intuition, to always rely on your own feelings, your own gut feelings, your own thoughts. If you're listening to a teacher or a reader or a spiritual practitioner or something and they give you good advice, you may think, wow, that's reasonable, good advice, but what if this is not the right advice for you at this time in this place, and your gut tells you this, your intuition says, I don't know, there's something wrong here. Maybe it's just like you don't like something about the sound, the volume, right? Maybe there's something very distracting that's taking you out of the reading. There's something going on in your environment that's taking you out of the reading, right? There maybe the teacher or the reader keeps like hitting the table in a certain way like that, right? And it's ruining the sound quality for you, this may tell you something. If you can't focus, maybe it's just not for you today, right? I don't know. It's something like that where it's like false light in the dark, or the light in the dark is not what it seems, kind of thing. There's something more to it underneath the surface. Okay, I feel like that's it. Let's really seriously get into the cards now. Overall energy for this reading is the Queen of Wands, okay? And the underlying energy is the King of Cups, Ten of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles with the Devil at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, and it just got hot in here, so I gotta take off my sweater vest. Okay, so I feel like I'm going to need to get some clarification on the Queen of Wands, but let's just start here. Let's start with what we've got. What's on the split? The Eight of Cups. Okay. Perhaps this can help. I'm going to put this up in the Four of Pentacles. Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot here. We're going to take it. Four of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. We'll put that over here. Let's get started. What's on the clock? We've got 11:14 on the clock. Oh my God. Did I seriously just talk for 11 minutes? Well, if you like this reading, you know, then it's for you. If you don't like it, might not be for you, okay? So, the Queen of Wands is this very attractive, charismatic, friendly, you know, outgoing, active, feminine energy, fire sign, female energy. It could be a man or a woman, but this is the Queen of Wands. So it's somebody in their feminine aspect, okay? Oh, interesting. We get the King of Cups here. Okay. So she is very outspoken, dynamic. Like I said, she's also usually very like attractive, especially like sexual, physically, just like she has that energy. Okay. She also tends to be the more dominant partner in a relationship. Okay. And now we have the King of Cups here as well. The King of Cups. Okay. Yeah. If the Queen of Wands is like the most masculine female of the court cards, then the King of Cups would be like the most feminine male of the court cards. He's sensitive, he's very kind, he's loving, generous. You know, he's also probably some kind of an artist or musician. And I feel like there's an attachment here. With the Devil card, it's like there's an attachment here that possibly is coming to an end. All right, we've got lots of Capricorn energy. We've got Mars in Capricorn. We've got the Devil, which is Capricorn, and we've got the Ten of Swords here. So this is a difficult ending. This Queen of Wands is very like fiery and feisty. She may have a temper, you know, and she's not somebody to be messed with. She makes a very dangerous enemy, okay? And the King of Cups, he's very laid back. He's very like sensitive. He may struggle with certain insecurities. He's very soft, and so there could be a very good like yin and yang dynamic between these two, where perhaps they're very supportive of each other. They support each other. They are like almost like an odd couple. It's so hot in here right now, you guys. I gotta take off another layer. Okay, so they may be like opposites attract kind of thing, where it may also be for some of you, probably not all, because 77% of my subscribers self-identify as women in my demographics, okay? But I'm getting, for some of you, this could be like a transgender type of situation where you've got, you know, a balance between the two, where there's an androgynous kind of thing going on here, or there's like both of the partners are kind of androgynous, or there is a gender swapping or cross-dressing, or I'm picking up on like a very like a queer or alternative sort of relationship. Take it as it resonates. Obviously, if it's not for you, that's for somebody else involved here, but it's possible that we've got like a gender non-conforming, different kind of unconventional sort of relationship between the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands, where perhaps, you know, she is the more dominant character and he is more of a passive character, right? Or this could just be like, all right, I got to get over this. I got to get past this. There's something taboo about this with the devil card being here as well. Forbidden, or there's a very strong desire, especially physical. She may have a very strong libido and he is sort of like, you know, this is funny. How far am I going to get into this analogy with you today? It's like she's the top and he's the bottom. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so anyway, if that resonates for you, then you know. So she is like the dominant character. She's getting a lot of attention, but she's also a very good influence. She's not, this is not to say that she is like a bad person or anything. It's not a value judgment, good or bad, either way. It's just that this is what I'm seeing. Okay, moving forward. King of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Pentacles. This is the end of a relationship here. It feels like a separation. It feels like this has been very painful. A very painful separation here. Broken heart. You know, it's the end of something here. The Queen of Cups, Two of Cups. Wow. So, Page of Cups. There's a, wow, Ace of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. For those of you who are looking for new love, there is a very, very compatible love relationship here. Let's put aside this negative attachment. We've got things changing for the better with the Wheel of Fortune. There is good luck, good fortune, being in the right place at the right time. Look at this love connection coming in here. So, Cancer, you may be dealing with a very difficult breakup or a very difficult situation that is bringing you into separation with one relationship and bringing you into union with, look at this, King and Queen of Cups, they are looking at each other, okay? Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Page of Cups. This is a new love relationship that is much more comfortable, much more balanced, I think, than... Honestly, I feel like the King and Queen of Wands can be a very dynamic couple, but I feel like the King and Queen of Cups are going to be much... No. Did I say King and Queen of Wands? I meant the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups can be a very interesting, dynamic, creative, powerful couple, okay? But King and Queen of Cups together, you know, with the Queen of Cups, this is a much more emotionally comfortable, relaxed partnership. This is more compatible emotionally and spiritually. This is a very loving, caring, nurturing, psychic, spiritual connection. I feel like the Queen of Wands, now that I'm looking at this, has been very demanding, okay? She is demanding. And I also get the sense that she would be more comfortable with a King of Wands character who's going to have the same kind of passion, drive, ambition, you know. This person, male or female, is very ambitious, and I feel like they are more comfortable with somebody who is just like them but more like that. You know what I mean? I get the sense that the Queen of Wands may have even been sort of cruel to the King of Cups, like you're not ambitious enough, like critical towards him. And he could so wow. It's the end of one partnership, but there is this new love coming in that is so much more compatible, so loving. It's a regeneration, a new connection. This is a message of love. It is a psychic connection. It is like a soulmate connection. It is like you know each other from different lifetimes. This was like a karmic relationship over here with somebody who's very hot-headed. I love a good Queen of Wands, but we all know she can have a temper. And I think this was a very frustrating situation for her as well as for him. One of them was very sensitive and passive. The other was very aggressive and dominant. And it was like, I just feel like you put the water and the fire together and it's boiling. It's just boiling over. You reached a certain boiling point and you just couldn't do this anymore. It's got to go. It's time to let go of whatever this was for you. This is a general reading, so if you'd like personal details, email me for a personal. But it just looks like it's the end of this relationship, and it's the beginning of something new and really beautiful here. This could also represent finding yourself, finding the love for yourself, and finding emotional harmony and balance within yourself after a very difficult separation. It's a breakup. It's like, maybe this is not something you wanted to do willingly. Maybe this was something that you didn't want to let go at one point, but you kind of have to. It's very dramatic, okay? This is dramatic. There's a lot of drama here, but we have something here that is so soothing, so calming, so much more tranquil, so much more peaceful. All right, so it looks like with the Eight of Cups on the split here, we were walking away. We've got to go towards this new there's the Page of Wands and the Six of Swords. It's like you've got to leave behind a situation that is emotionally and spiritually and even physically unfulfilling, stagnant. It's not going anywhere. It's time to see it for what it is. It is not filling your cup. It is draining you. Okay, there's something missing. It's taking way too much energy to stay in this situation. It's too painful. You've got to go. All right, so you may be physically traveling, but you've got to take a step back and see this thing clearly. And also there's a need to be optimistic. I mean, the Page of Wands being here, it's like, ooh, 10 of Cups. Yes. Yeah, you can go now. That's what I just heard. You can go. You can release this. You can see this clearly. You can get excited for the future. You can feel better. There's something liberating about this, something rejuvenating. It literally makes you feel like a kid again, or it just makes you feel younger or lighthearted. There's a need to like lighten the load, lighten up, like, leave certain things. It makes you feel light again. And then the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Wands, what more can I say? It's like, this is exalted. It feels so good. It's the best thing you can do. It's like a happy ending. It's like emotional fulfillment, whatever that looks like for you. That's what you're going towards. Okay, so there is this negative attachment here. There may even be like an addiction to the drama, or there's like feeding off of the drama. I'm seeing that anglerfish again. I'm seeing like that darkness again, the light in the dark, the lightning strike. It's maybe dangerous here, but it's a necessary change. And it just looks like, so we had this message come out as well. With the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. There's an increase in material wealth and health, okay? There is a focus on the work, a focus on the finances, establishing a financial base for yourself, financial foundation for yourself. This may be, okay, we got the Strength card. Okay, there's a need for emotional mastery as well to handle some kind of a conflict, not to get triggered by this. I had the Strength and the Five of Swords. Somebody does not want to let go of this. There's a fight here. Okay, I'm not going to get too far into it. It's messy, but there's a need to maintain self-control, poise, and self-discipline. There's also this message, like I was saying, about finances. We've got a financial increase. We've got your hard work paying off. We've got a practical, grounded, realistic approach to this work. Perhaps you're taking a very practical, grounded, realistic approach to walking away towards a new life for yourself, a new job for yourself. You may have lost a job here with the Three of Pentacles. It's coming, you're coming into like the construction phase or a new collaboration. But it's the end of one relationship, the end of a collaboration, and the beginning of like something new. So there's also this idea that we shouldn't be too materialistic in this energy. It's like, yes, you want to build up your finances. Yes, this may be an important gift of money coming your way, or just getting compensated for your work. But there's a reminder here with the Four of Pentacles not to be too materialistic, okay? Wealth is a concept, and it's like you can be generous and fair towards your employees. I mean, whatever benefit you're coming into, it's important for you to share the wealth with your friends, your family, with, you want to be practical, but you want to have that balance between being practical and also not being too attached to material possessions. Because for whatever reason that's important right now, traveling light with that Page of Wands, that attitude that you have towards the new beginning is setting the tone for that Ten of Cups. So the attitude that you take towards the new beginning with a light heart, almost like carefree, even though you are very practical and grounded at the same time. Can we strike the balance between crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's, but also being somewhat lighthearted and carefree and optimistic and not grasping too much, you know? So there's that need to be reserved and to be cautious and but also optimistic at the same time. Can we do that? That's the advice here. There's perhaps that's the challenge, is how do we face, you know, how do we face this new chapter, which there's a difficult ending here. This is not easy. All right, but it is changing and you've got some good luck on your side. Things are changing for the better. You're coming out of a dark place and into a greater sense of love and spiritual psychic fulfillment. Like there's an important loving connection here that you're going towards. And I think the idea is that you don't want to bring this dark, heavy, weighted energy into the new phase, because, oh my God, I see a spider. There's a spider on my window. Look into the symbolism of the spider. The spider is an artist. The spider weaves a web. The spider's material comes from within. Okay. Waxing crescent. The waxing crescent is an increase of energy, an increase of power. Let me see from my, things are getting, okay, let's see, hold on. Inner power is becoming stronger. Yeah, your inner power is becoming stronger with that spider, and it's got to do with the hive, which is family. Family reunion, okay. Family crescent, family crest, or it's like something to do with family, the hive, an organization that you are involved in. Perhaps your power is increasing within yourself, but also within the organization or the family that you belong in. Or there's something important about your support system as well. You saw the Ten of Cups and the Six of Wands. That spider is stuck in my window and is trying to get out. And I'm going to let her out. I'm going to put her outside after this. So it's like, there's a symbolism there. The spider is like a black spider. It's a big spider. It's like it's like this big. All right. This is a big spider. And it's black and red. And it looks kind of scary. But I love spiders. They eat the mosquitoes. They eat the bugs. I think she knows I'm talking about her because she stopped struggling. I'm going to put her outside after this. But she's in between the window and the screen. She's stuck in the window. I don't know how she got in there, but she's having a hard time getting out. So I'm going to help her get out, and I'm going to support her liberation here. So it's like you're stuck between, you know, and it's giving devil energy here, like that being stuck, negative attachments, like. So this is also a very powerful energy if channeled into doing something creative. And there's a wisdom here about mastery, self-mastery, and mastering the conditions of your life, taking charge and taking control, but also finding inner spiritual mastery as well. I don't know. I feel like there's an increase of power here. Like you're getting your power back. You're taking your power back from a very negative situation with this individual who may not have been the best influence on you, but perhaps it taught you something very valuable about yourself and what you need to feel safe and loved and nurtured and cared for in a loving relationship. Because I do see a new relationship. I do see new love here. And I do see financial security, power, and increase as well. So whatever it is that's ending, I think it's very important for you to end this with love and gratitude and to look forward to the future with a light heart, and don't bring that dark energy into the new place. You know, if you're getting into a new relationship, don't judge the new person by the actions of the old person. You know, perhaps spending some time alone in between, finding yourself, getting some space, centering yourself, just working on your finances, working on your artwork, your music, whatever it is that you do, creating something beautiful for yourself, lifting yourself up, you know, cleansing yourself, cleansing your own aura, that sort of thing, because you don't want to bring that conflict into the new relationship, because the new person is going to be nothing like the other person, okay? They're much more calm, relaxed, tranquil, understanding, emotional, passive, and nurturing. And I think there's a chance that this new person could get offended and be very defensive and feel like victimized, or like it's not fair, and they are going to be sensitive to that. They're going to be very compassionate and understanding towards you, but if they feel like they are being judged in a way, if they feel like they are being attacked in any way at all, they're going to end up clamming up and shutting down, and they're going to feel like it's not fair for you to treat them like they are the same as this other person. And you know that's not fair. You don't need me to tell you that. So it wouldn't be fair for somebody to treat you that way, or vice versa, right? So maybe it's time for you to, you know, center yourself, get stable, work on your own personal stability in your home or your business. Whatever this King of Pentacles is a business owner, property owner, and he's quiet, he's predictable, but he's very passionate underneath the surface, all right? On the surface, he may seem just kind of boring or quiet, you know, unassuming, but underneath, you know, he's a very hard worker, and he's really passionate about what he does. He's very sensual as well. So anything else? Yeah, that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, especially Virgo and Capricorn, especially Capricorn here. I've got Pisces, I've got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I've got fire signs as well. So there's an increase in power, especially inward power, but it could be an increase in the power of your family or your family's finances. There's a need to look under the surface here, because there's more to the story, but I do need to end the reading somewhere. So I'm just going to end it there. But we have... Oh, okay. What time is it? Wow, 32:16. So I'm going to grab one Oracle deck card. One card from the Wild Unknown archetype. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can stay tuned for that. We're going to get one closing message to confirm and clarify this reading. A closing message that maybe will highlight something that we touched upon in the reading, or, you know, it might bring to our attention something that we may have missed, or we sort of glossed over because there was a lot going on here today. But let's get one card to close out the reading for my Cancer. I'm going to read from the book because I have not memorized this deck yet, but I love it so much. It's got such great spiritual messages. So, you know, it's really supportive of our growth and evolution, and I think that's the ultimate purpose of what we're doing here today. So I'll read from the book and we can learn together. One card for Cancer, please. All right, here we go. We got the Threshold, and we got the Mirror and the Offering. That's three. The Threshold, the Mirror, and the Offering. So there's something you have to offer. There's something you can give. The Mirror is like a reflection, right? But I'm just going to take the one because that's what we've got time for today. The Threshold. All right. Number 45. Number 45. Wrong book. Hold on. Number 45 is the Threshold. It's like you're on the threshold of a new beginning here. Look at those colors. That red, that orange is so intense, and it looks like the wings. And it's looking like this carnelian. I think this is carnelian as well. I believe it is. Okay, let's see. The Threshold, number 45. We've got the door, the gate, and the initiation. Yeah, you're initiated into some like really exciting new emotional beginning here, this new love, this new relationship. But I think it's coming at the end of a very difficult cycle. And I think the worst of it is over, but there's still some kind of attachment to this that needs to be cleansed or released. But let's see. What does it say? It says, we cross thresholds continually, consciously and unconsciously. Doorways, gates, and entryways grace our path on a daily basis. When this card arises, it signifies that the precipice you stand upon is not your typical one, however. You have arrived at a threshold of initiation, here to usher you into a new reality. Yeah, you're at a turning point here with that Wheel of Fortune and that Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords, you know, Eight of Cups. You're walking into a new, you're on the precipice of a new beginning here. Okay, you're being ushered into a new reality. It requires you to leave behind the you that you thought was so well formed. A new frontier is calling. This is not easy work. Threshold initiation means a part of you will be lost in order to make space for what is next. A metaphorical death must occur. That's like that Ten of Swords. Something's going to be lost, something you are attached to, something you have to sacrifice and let go. Anyway, it's part of you. So maybe this is a part of yourself even, that you, and now you are coming into more emotional balance even within yourself, although I do feel like this is a relationship, a very important relationship, very profound. Okay, so by the way, I feel like you're going to get a message from this person with that Page of Cups. They're going to be sharing their feelings with you. This is somebody who, I'm digressing a little bit here, but I feel like I need to. This Queen of Cups is somebody who shares their feelings openly. They are not somebody that holds back how they feel. Their beauty and their vitality, their openness make them beautiful. You know, that openness and vitality of their emotions, it shines through them. I'm seeing somebody who's got like very like shiny eyes, glittery eyes, like watery eyes, or like they're very expressive. They express how they feel. This is somebody who is also very gentle and insightful and psychic. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's like they are very good at reading people's emotions. Somebody's very emotionally intelligent. They can read how you feel. You don't have to say anything. They just understand. They just know how you feel. They're very empathetic like that. They don't have the sort of demanding expectations that a Queen of Wands might have, which might be inappropriate in a relationship with the King of Cups or Queen of Cups. Right? Those kinds of ambitious demands, that kind of attitude, that aggression that she has would be much more appropriate in a relationship with somebody like the King of Wands, you know? Not the King of Cups. It's not the right approach. So I just feel like there's a much more emotionally compatible, understanding relationship here. Anyway, you got to make space for what's coming next. The metaphysical death must occur. It's like releasing that attachment. You may struggle to recognize yourself. The ground seems to crumble as you free fall into your new reality. This is the liminal realm. One step, dear friend, just take that one necessary step towards the future that calls you. Ooh, I just got a chill. Just take that one step. When light, this card represents growth, individuation, and ease in the liminal. When it's dark, it's resisting, it's refusal to grow, it's barriers and boundaries. Yeah, I just feel like there is a resistance here, and that's what we're talking about. If you'd like to go deeper, you can lie on the floor and listen to Bob Dylan's Standing in the Doorway. It says, in Hindu mythology, Ganesh is the ultimate gatekeeper. Look to the great elephant god for support. Hecate, Janus, and Menshen are also watching over you. Crossing a threshold may not always be voluntary. Sometimes we are thrown across the boundary through circumstances far beyond our control. Either way, we cannot go back. Wow, that's profound. That's deep. So there's no going back. You're at a turning point. You're at a crossroads. You're at the precipice of a threshold, and there's no going back. So that's what I've got for you today, Cancer. This was a lot and kind of a long one, but maybe it was necessary, and hopefully it was of service to you and you got something out of it. I feel like I did. I always get something. I love being a reader because I always feel like I learn something from your energies as well. Connecting with people, you know, getting your feedback, yes, but yeah, okay. So I think we did it. Okay. That's what I've got for you today, Cancer. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. If you enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. You can email me. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.